Hi, I'm Tina Trenner, and this is Pahrump Now. My guest is Sharon Worley. She's our current sheriff, has been for now almost 4 years, right?
Yes, 3.75 actually.
If you want to get technical. And we've invited you over, Sharon, because there's so many things to talk about that people, I keep getting asked questions about things that are happening, of course, with Dennis and what happens in the community. I'm sure you get all kinds of questions. But I do want to kind of focus on a couple things. The first thing I want to focus on is people think that Dennis is suing you. He's not suing you. Can you explain it? I mean, you are a witness, not a person that's being sued. So he wants to make sure that's clear.
I'm named in the suit, which puts me at kind of an odd position.
Right, but you're not being sued.
No.
Okay, so people understand that he's not suing you.
People refer to it as being sued.
Right.
It's because you're named in the suit.
And you're a witness. You're a witness to what went on, what happened.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So that's cleared up. The other thing that I get asked a lot, and I think it's really an interesting thing, is what happened with that bomb threat out in Crystal. Now, I know you guys had to handle it, and they had a series of phone calls from someone. Have you ever found out who that made the calls?
Actually, we have some pretty good leads.
Really?
Yes, we haven't let that go.
Okay. Well, no,
we're still working on it, and one of our detectives is following it.
Okay. So someone calls in and they threaten, and then what kicks in as far as Nye County Sheriff's Office? What do you do when you get a bomb threat like that?
Well, obviously we respond.
I know. Got that one.
And then we try to clear the area. All of the residents were cleared out within about a 3,000-foot area.
Okay.
And that was because what we were told was that there was a vehicle full of C4.
Right.
Well, C4 makes a big mess if it's done correctly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It has to have a catalyst to go off. We didn't know whether that catalyst existed or not. And so we erred on the side of safety.
Of caution, absolutely.
Yes.
All right,
and then eventually, after we stabilized the area and the vehicles were all identified, we went ahead and sent the bomb dog in. We had Las Vegas Armor on standby, and they were getting ready to respond so that they could take over the situation as far as the tactical operations were concerned, responding to the actual bomb.
Okay, so if someone told me that our bomb dog isn't certified. What does that mean?
Oh, yes.
Is he
our
certified?
bomb dog is certified.
He is certified?
Yes, for
Okay.
explosives.
Okay.
Yes.
So he does know what he's doing.
He does absolutely know what he's doing.
Why would you have a dog that wasn't certified?
Well, we used to have a lot of dogs that weren't certified. There weren't, when I got here, there wasn't any dogs that were certified.
What does that mean?
Certified means that you've met the standards of the state, and you've gone through a battery of tests. You've completed all of those tests, and then they're certified by a judge.
Oh, okay.
So it's a long process.
What's our dog's name?
You know, I don't really know what his
I
name
want
is.
to know his name.
I call him the bomb dog.
Well, yeah, or Sniffer.
Or Wes's dog.
Okay, so he does his job, and so then when he says there's no bomb or there's no explosives.
There's no explosives.
Okay, so he says, no, everything's fine. Isn't it amazing how their noses work?
Oh, they're fantastic.
I know. Wouldn't it be awful to smell everything like that all the time?
Well, they don't know any different, so it's okay.
Oh, thank goodness. Anyway, so he clears the place, and then what do you do from then? Then what is the next procedure?
Well, the next procedure is we clear the people and put the people back in. We look to see if there's anything suspicious, and then we start going after the phone call.
Okay.
And so that's where we are now. We're following that phone back to the origination.
Well, I hope I'm asking every question because I've had so many people ask me, what happened? I want to know what they're doing out there. What happened? They're very interested in it, so that's good. They're getting the information straight from the horse's mouth. Excuse me. Okay. So this show is going to air during the Fall Festival week.
Oh, okay.
Next week. Okay. So what are you doing for Fall Festival?
Well, we're going to be at the Fall Festival. We'll be at the parade. Not only will we assist in putting the parade on, But we have enough people through volunteers and whatnot to be able to save the town quite a bit of money. We're doing it instead of having trench plate out there setting up barricades and whatnot. Our SAU and Search and Rescue have taken that over.
SAU.
That's the Sheriff's Auxiliary Unit.
You have a tendency to use initials that I don't know
I'm
what the
awfully
heck
sorry
you're
about
talking about.
But anyway, that's one of our volunteer arms, and they're certified in TIMS. That's Traffic Incident Management Systems.
Oh, okay.
Through
Everything has an acronym.
Yes, everything has an acronym.
It's like, what the heck is she talking about? I don't know.
So anyway, for the very first time in a lot of years, we won't be paying outside agencies for anything.
Oh, good, good. Saving a lot of money. Saving a lot of money.
Yes. The money that is saved, a portion of that money will be donated back to the Sheriff's Auxiliary Unit.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
And that's a volunteer unit.
Right, right. So, you know, a long time ago, someone asked me about search and rescue. And they said that they thought we should have mounted search and rescue.
We do have mounted search and rescue.
All
yes.
right.
And mounted search and rescue is for terrain that's very difficult for 4x4s or side-by-sides to get to, and we have a lot of that in Nye County.
A lot of it, a lot of it.
So yes, we do, and we're trying to get that north. Our northern search and rescue and our southern search and rescue are now training together. They have a what would you call that, an advanced man tracking coming up October 1st. And we also are training our SWAT in SWAT man tracking tactics right after that.
So if there's someone watching right now and they would like to join the search and rescue with their horse, can they contact your office and can they become involved?
Yes, please contact our office. We're always looking for people. What we ask you to do is to join search and rescue, and then join the mounted portion of it.
I think it's wonderful, and in fact, I've had people tell me that they want to join. Out in Amargosa, I was out there for Amargosa days, and people said, "Oh, we want to like form our own," and I said, "No, I think you're better off at the sheriff's office, right, than forming their own search and rescue."
Well, I mean, they can actually have a branch of search and rescue there. Tonopah in the northern area has their search and rescue, and so if they want a chapter, we can do that. Okay. But we all have to work together, and we all work under the same policies and procedures.
One of the things that is happening lately is that a lot of people are complaining about the wild horses coming down off the mountain and coming into people's yards.
We have had a problem with that, and I've tried to reach out to the head ranger out here, Mrs. Clark. And she was going to try to put that drift fence back up.
Well, that's what I was going to tell you. I've had a couple people call me and ask me about the fence that when you come to the cattle guard on your way out of town, going up towards the hill, that it's knocked down and the horses are crossing it.
Yes.
So how do you get the horses back across and then put the fence up?
Well, you know, that's kind of where the mounted unit comes in. We can have them push everybody back over right before the last portion of it
goes up.
Goes up.
It really needs to
and we
be...
do it the same way that we herd cows.
Right.
Out on the range.
Right,
you know,
right.
you put your wings out,
right,
and then you push them into that, and they follow the fence on down to where the opening is.
Horses are a little faster than cows. They can take off like
Yes, they can. It's a good thing. I've been almost gored a couple of times.
And the burros are out there too. So
yes.
they need to get back in back of that fence and
yes,
put
they
the
do.
fence
But
back
we
up.
need the help of the BLM to be able to do that and to maintain it, because it is really on their land.
Right.
Now, years ago when we
It's
didn't
our
have...
land that they say is their land, but
yes,
we won't get into that right now.
We won't get into that right now. Anyway, years ago we used to do that on a semi-regular basis when things really got knocked down, and a bunch of us would go out there and string wire
and that's what we need to do again.
And that's what we need to do again.
Instead of complaining.
And people have to understand that even though we have 40,000 people living in Pahrump, we're still a rural area, and
yes,
we have problems with the various animals and whatnot, and it's their home. And we seem to lose sight of the fact that it's their home.
Their home, and they're comfortable and they like it, and we're
if
living
they
there.
smell grass, that's where they're going to go.
That's right. So if they're out there grazing on your grass and you don't like it, maybe what you need to do is help us get this fence
Yes,
and help round them up and get them back where they belong and fix the fence.
And the fence has always had gates. For those roads that go through that, there's always been a gate there. And the biggest problem is people don't want to close gates. Or they'll decide that they're going to make their own road, and then they'll take a pair of wire snippers and they'll just open the gate because they're too lazy to go find an opening.
Well, if you've ever lived on a big ranch, you know that one person's job in the truck is always to open the gate and close the gate. That's exactly right. It's one person, get out, open it. Okay, we drive through, close it. It's there for a reason.
It is.
It's there for a reason.
And usually it's a safety hazard.
It's terrible, and it's awful that a horse would get hit or a burro would get hit, and it's, you know, the animal suffers so much. But if you aren't careful and if you hit them wrong, they come into your car. That whole body can come right into your car.
And we've had that happen. We had that happen to a couple of guys a lot of years ago. They were driving a Volkswagen, and they were headed out toward the test site, and they had just really gone over the cattle guard. So they were out in that little area, and they hit a horse. No, they hit a burro. They hit a burro, and that burro slid right up and deposited itself right in their lap.
Yep.
And it was still alive.
Oh my goodness.
And so the guys in the back seat of the Volkswagen were absolutely totally green, and the other people were scared to death because this thing is thrashing around.
Of course he is. Of course.
And so the poor burro had 3 broken legs out of it, and so he was put down, and we had a couple of guys go to the hospital because of it.
I mean, you can't be careful enough.
No.
So Sharon, you're running for office. We're almost out of time. Want to just remind people you're running for office.
Yes, I am.
And here you go again. I mean, has it been just grueling?
Well, let's say that I haven't had any grass grow under my feet.
You never do. I think you work 18-hour hours.
I've done the things that I told folks that I would do. It's just that I haven't managed to get them all completed. Everything started.
And so you need the next 4 years?
I need the next 4 years to complete what I've started.
All right, Sharon, thank you for being a guest today.
And thank you for asking me.
This is Pahrump Now. And if you want to be a guest here, just contact Dennis. He's given you the address. He's told you how to call him. Get in touch with us. You can be a guest on our show. We'd like to know what you say.